So after the Phoenix had destroyed Angelica, and the tribe achieved coup, Fidel and Fidel the Phoenix was formed because they had no choice but to kill this Valentine rival. And as Coop was in the middle of the open battlefield where all their forces was battling the forces of Fidel, Fidel went and killed Coop, much to the displacement of Coop's cousin, Carantine, the Lone Stone Cowboy, and Toastmaster, the ability of like transparency, like goes to like second half, etc. Which killed the triad, was making Fidel and Fidel vulnerable to be killed. And Kursner had to do it because he's the only one who could do it, because he's the only one who was willing to do it. But anyway, after that, Fidel and Fidel were defeated, and the two lackeys of Fidel, Loctor and Blue Royal of the Royal and Scotia Royal bank run, respectively, escaped to an alternate dimension that opened after the Phoenix was destroyed. This alternate dimension consisted of a planet with four cardinal kingdoms of the club, the heart, diamond, and the spade resided. And so those guys escaped fair. Toastmaster and others. Well, all those people there. So Toastmaster and Carantine sent some troops to go investigate. Well, Kersner was still there with them, but however, they had a lot of cleaning up to do since the Josco was destroyed. So Kersner remained behind and let some of the other officers, like Carantine, go. But when they reached there, it's like a couple of years after the fact, because the oil was like time conclusive. So Locke and Blue Royal were there, right? And they went into the Hawthorne Kingdom, which was the glue between the other four kingdoms, right? They were once peaceful people, but their new king was corrupt and they enslaved people. And Hugh Packet, who were like a Tagdorian clan, were like enslaved and put in chains and all that. And then like Hades, his shell boomerang, felt discontented with them, right? And so Blue Royal and Lawton was guests because they were new and they were so prowless, so they decided, to pretend to be with them, but in reality they wanted to get rid of Hugh Hawk out and free them and, force them to be their army and all that good stuff. So Hades got a hold of what they were doing. He felt discontented with his kingdom and decided if they were willing to be freedom fighters, then he was going to join them. So he broke open the prison, freed the Hawthorne Pack leader, Huey, and after that they freed the Hawthorne Empire, and this caused a rift within the planet. Since Hawthorne was destroyed, and many of the forces became Blue and Lockdown and Huey's forces. The other Guardians rallied their forces together in a strong alliance against them. So Hades, with his shell boomerang, faced his former comrades alone in the battlefield, displaying amazing might, and single-handedly almost beating back all of them that were advancing upon the front gate of the former Hawthorne Kingdom. And so after all that was said and done, the other kingdoms retreated. The Caribs, second highest, decided to declare independence and started attacking the spades that were the second good guys, and they were like of like the black kingdoms, and they would start fighting each other. Diamond and Heart were the red kingdoms. Since Diamond was so close to the Heart, they, began to attack the royals and Huey and Hopcats directly, which started a four-way war between the four kingdoms for supremacy of the land. And so, during this time of war, Toastmasters troops including Carrot Time, arrived to the Spade kingdom, and they got abreast of what was going on, and they were shocked and they were really shocked that they found out that the royals were there, ahead of them by like a year or so, and then understand this time distortion and this new planet this existing within the Phoenix or whatever. But they joined them to fight against the Caribs. But they realized that they realized that the Spades were not as strong as the Caribs, and they needed strong allies to help defeat the Royals. So they switched sides to the Caribs soon after, and then they helped the Caribs get by to the Spade capital. There's a castle within Riverlands, and it was a massive, huge battle. But in the end, the Caribs overcame the Spades, and they won. Ever disloyal the situation my son, they had no choice but to do it, since they have no real interest in this war. In the other side, Heart Ace and Diamond Ace fought for supremacy in the final battle. The diamond was broken, and the heart grew, and the Hugh Packet and the royal forces achieved victory. Now, which was between the royals and the Caribs, so control of the world, and Toastmaster himself came defeat Blue, who was also like a ghost spirit type character as well. The two were fought in what was known to be Royal Hubcap Castle, which was built and designed with a giant statue of Blue himself, Hubcat, and all the rest of their forces. And the battle was massive. Carrot Time with his cowboy style and riding his bull Betsy defeated Heart Ace and made through the castle. Toastmaster and Blue fought, but Toastmaster overcame Blue and defeated and slain Locke, and the Caribs killed Huey and Hawkeye people, and the land belonged to the Caribs, and the Caribs and Toastmaster's forces grew into like a strong alliance, and now they were trying to figure out what to do with Kirsner, because Kirsner did save them. Just to let Kirsner go, or could they some will work together and destroy Kirsner. But however, before they can make that decision, all the outsiders, Carotine, Toastmaster, the other allies were suddenly kicked out, right? And then the whole dimension was like fall apart, and found this new being called Dean, the power of time, a giant clock, like whip was his weapon, full of evil and malice. Now was freed from being consumed by the Phoenix in another dimension. It was about to raise havoc until Kirsner came and blasted him before he gained any power, and then he retreated. Toastmaster never knew that Kirsner was a worthy ally, so they decided to join him. And Krishna set out to go after this guy, right? But however, a new force was rising. A force that was neither good nor evil. A force that decided, yes, there's a middle ground. And yes, there could be an equilibrium. Not of equality of Androsica, but equilibrium in the name of Voidariya. Here is where the Voidarian saga truly begins.